And a special report tonight. The city of Alexandria has a new police chief, but he's far from being a new face of the community.
Yeah, and WVM Cheyenne Corinne got to meet him sitting down with Chief Don Hayes about his plans, including reimagining public safety.
Don Hayes was promoted as chief of Alexandria Police Department after serving as acting chief since June. The D.C. native has been with the department for 41 years before he took over for Chief Michael Brown, who retired in 2021.
Reimagining public safety means understanding our role. Our role is to protect and serve all people, not just some people. And we have to get to know all people and not just some people. And we have to get people to understand that we are there to serve them and that we need their trust in order for us to do our jobs correctly.
And what would you say are some of your main priorities as police chief and any obstacles that you could see that may prevent you from achieving what you would like to?
I think my main goal as a police chief is to get the community and the staff in the police department to realize that we have to be on the same page and we want the same thing.
Like most agencies around the country, Alexandria Police are experiencing staffing shortages. Chief Hayes says his priority is to not only recruit, but to also retain those who were called to serve.
You don't join this occupation to be the highest paid. You join this occupation because you really believe that you can make a difference in people's lives. And so you leave a lot more on the table that you can take away. And those are the kind of people we're looking for.
Chief Hayes says one area he wants his department to focus on is people with mental illness. He believes there's a better way to help those in need.
Sometimes they're calling us because they don't know who else to call. And so, but when we get there, we can't look at it the same way we look at a criminal situation. We're looking at it as a crisis situation.
And we've also seen an increase in teen violence, teen crimes. How do you plan to combat this issue that we're seeing in our communities?
Same way. But I really believe that that's where the partnerships come in. I have to partner with groups like CYEP, the Untouchables, the NAACP, all of those who have a stake in those neighborhoods and realize that we need to work together to reach our young people before they begin to do things that they're going to regret for the rest of their lives.
In Alexandria, crime has increased by 8%. Chief Hayes says the increase is from car thefts and burglaries. While those numbers increased, Hayes says the city remains steady when it comes to violent crime. Hayes says his focus is on facilitating conversations about race, trust, and the relationship between police and underserved communities.
We really got to be intentional about trying to break down those barriers and getting the police organizations and the people of color to realize we are much more alike than we are different. And we need to work together to deal with that once and for all.
Reporting in Alexandria, Virginia, I'm Cheyenne Corinne for WDVM 25.